hold on to your wallets. Because if your rice container is in the wrong spot, get ready for your money to vanish and your path to wealth to slam shut. Welcome to your daily dose of Buddhist wisdom. Have you ever imagined that something as simple as where you store your rice at home could actually impact your financial fortune? Yes, you heard right. It's not just about convenience. The location of your rice container holds deep feng shui secrets. Today, we're going to expose the common errors people make with their rice containers and show you the right way to position them to attract wealth and boost your prosperity. But before we get started, let's generate some positive vibes right now. Drop a comment to call in abundance, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our valuable insights. It might seem like a trivial everyday choice, but believe me, where you decide to keep your rice container can profoundly influence the energy of your home and, ultimately, your financial success. Feng Shui, the ancient art of placement, teaches us that how we arrange our surroundings mirrors the energy flow in our lives. One of the most frequent feng shui blunders is placing the rice container too near the stove. In the age-old wisdom of feng shui, the stove embodies the fire element. This symbolizes potent energy, transformation, and sometimes, destruction. Fire, at its core, is a force of change. But whether that change is beneficial or detrimental depends entirely on achieving balance. Rice, on the flip side, represents the earth element, signifying stability, growth, and nourishment. Now, here's the important thing: these two elements, fire and earth, are fundamentally at odds. Fire consumes earth, and in this process, it weakens its stability, leading to depletion. In Buddhist teachings, we are guided by the principle that balance is the essence of everything. The Buddha's wisdom encourages us to seek harmony among our inner forces, mirroring how we must find equilibrium in our thoughts and emotions. The fire within us, much like the flames of the stove, must be controlled, or it will obliterate the tranquility that the earth, our foundation of stability, provides. Similarly, when your rice container is situated too close to the stove, it's as if we're letting this chaotic fire energy devour the peaceful steadiness of the earth. Money, akin to rice, requires nurturing and stability to flourish. When the fire energy is excessively dominant, it becomes challenging to hold on to wealth, just as fire makes it difficult to grasp something delicate like grains of rice. You might have noticed that even when you earn a good income, money seems to mysteriously slip through your fingers. This is a direct result of the conflict between fire and earth playing out in your financial reality. Lao Tzu, the revered sage, famously said, "The wise man does not act, and the foolish man acts." His profound words remind us that sometimes progress isn't about doing more, but about discovering the correct balance. If you place your rice container right next to the stove, you're acting without considering this crucial energy balance. By overlooking this simple yet powerful principle, you invite disharmony into your home, making it harder for prosperity and abundance to find their way to you. It's not merely about the placement of physical objects. It's fundamentally about how we approach the equilibrium of energy in our lives. Another widespread mistake is storing the rice container in damp, shadowy spots, particularly near the bathroom. In feng shui, the bathroom is linked to the water element, which signifies change and fluidity. Water is essential for life, but when it's excessive or misplaced, it introduces negative energy. In this context, water becomes a force that can wash away prosperity, leaving you feeling financially insecure. It's like trying to grasp onto something precious as ocean waves constantly threaten to pull it away. In Buddhist teachings, we learn that mindfulness is the key to staying grounded amidst life's constant changes. Water, like uncontrolled emotions or distractions, can overwhelm us and disrupt the peace and stability we need to thrive. When the rice container absorbs this detrimental water energy, it becomes vulnerable. The rice, which symbolizes abundance and nourishment, will lose its vitality. It might become stale, moldy, or even infested with pests. This decline in the rice's quality mirrors how our wealth becomes fragile when we disregard the balance in our environment. In feng shui, spoiled rice signals a decline in wealth, just as neglecting mindfulness can cause us to lose our way, leading to hardship. The Buddha reminds us that our external environment reflects our inner state, and if we allow negative energy to invade our surroundings, it can gradually erode our peace and prosperity, just as a home filled with darkness breeds fear. Placing the rice container near the bathroom invites a negative energy flow, causing money and good fortune to slip away. It's vital to remember that our physical space is a reflection of our inner world. If we clutter our space with negative influences, whether material or emotional, we create obstacles that impede the flow of prosperity. Now I'm going to tell you the gist of where the rice container should be placed according to Feng Shui. In Feng Shui, the rice container should be placed in a stable and protected location, ideally in a kitchen corner or inside a closed cabinet. These positions allow wealth energy to accumulate and shield the rice from negative environmental factors that could diminish its positive influence. When we consider Buddhist teachings, we understand that the container is more than just a storage place for rice. It represents how we safeguard our wealth and our inner peace. The important thing is ahead, especially the southeast direction. The energy here is exceptionally favorable. This area is linked to the wood element, which symbolizes growth, vitality, and the nurturing of new opportunities. The southeast direction encourages a continuous flow of prosperity, helping to activate the positive energy needed to build a thriving and abundant life. This direction fosters growth in all areas of life, not just finances. The Buddha once said, "We are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think." This profound truth deeply resonates with how we structure our environment. Our physical space mirrors our inner state. When we place the rice container in a stable location, we align our surroundings with the calm stability we seek within ourselves. We are giving ourselves the best possible chance for success, as our environment reflects the abundance we wish to attract. It's also crucial to place the rice container at a height that supports its purpose. In Feng Shui, positioning the container too low on the ground is seen as symbolic of instability and a lack of growth. Wealth, like the energy flow in our lives, needs space to grow and accumulate. Ideally, your rice container should be placed on a shelf or stand that is at least 30 centimeters above the ground. This height symbolizes the elevation of wealth and the continuous growth of prosperity, mirroring how we are taught to elevate our consciousness through mindfulness and compassion. We must elevate our financial habits to align with abundance. A cluttered space can block the flow of wealth, while a clean and organized space invites prosperity. Consider the ancient Buddhist teaching of Sangha, meaning community, and how a harmonious community can foster peace and success. Similarly, a clean space cultivates peace and success in your home. When your environment is tidy, you invite clarity and tranquility into your life. Keeping the rice container clean and free from dust or debris ensures that positive energy can flow freely and wealth will accumulate naturally. Another vital principle in Feng Shui is that your rice container should never be empty. The symbolism of an empty rice container is a lack of resources, and it signifies the potential for financial instability. This is a reminder from the past, passed down through generations. The great Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "When we look deeply at the world, we see that everything is interconnected." Just as a well-filled rice container provides nourishment and stability for your family, a well-filled heart invites abundance and security. By ensuring your rice container is always at least 70% full, you send a message to the universe that your home is abundant and you will never experience lack. The choice of a rice container might appear to be a simple, mundane decision, but in the realm of Feng Shui, it carries a much deeper significance, one that is intricately linked to the very flow of energy in your life, especially your financial stability. The rice container is not merely a place to store food, it symbolizes how we store and manage our resources, and consequently, how we attract and maintain wealth. Let's start with stainless steel rice containers. Stainless steel is known for its durability, resistance to rust, and protection against pests and moisture. In Feng Shui, stainless steel is associated with the metal element, which represents stability, protection, and strength. The metal element is renowned for its ability to guard against external negative forces. Think of it as a shield for your wealth. Using a stainless steel rice container is like building a fortress around your finances, ensuring they remain protected from outside disturbances, much like a sturdy roof safeguards a home from the elements. A stainless steel container protects your wealth from being easily depleted or harmed by negative influences. But that's not all. There's an important consideration: avoid overly reflective surfaces. While metal stability is beneficial, mirrors or excessively shiny surfaces can cause wealth to disperse. Reflect on the wisdom of the ancient Zen masters. They often emphasize the importance of moderation. Excessive brilliance can lead to imbalance, just as a magnifying glass intensifies the sun's heat to a destructive degree. When wealth is spread too thin or lost through constant exposure, it becomes harder to retain. This is why it's best to choose a stainless steel rice container with a subtle matte finish to maintain the equilibrium necessary for long-term financial prosperity. In contrast, ceramic rice containers are also an excellent choice. In feng shui, ceramic material represents the earth element, which is all about stability, durability, and the preservation of wealth. Earth is the grounding force that nurtures growth, just as the earth supports the roots of a tree, providing nourishment that allows the tree to flourish. Ceramic containers help maintain the vitality of rice, preventing it from becoming stale or spoiled, and by extension, they help keep your wealth fresh and protected. When selecting a ceramic rice container, think of the teachings of Buddha, who encouraged his followers to live simply but with great care. The earthy tones of browns, yellows, and beige are particularly beneficial because they symbolize abundance and financial stability. These colors remind us of fertile soil that nurtures plants, providing a strong foundation for growth. Just as the earth is patient in its quiet work, a ceramic rice container offers steady and quiet protection, fostering long-term prosperity. Then we have wooden rice containers. Wood in feng shui represents the wood element, which is strongly connected to growth, vitality, and new beginnings. Wood encourages the flourishing of new opportunities and the steady development of resources, much like how a tree's branches grow and expand over time. Choosing a wooden rice container aligns you with the energy of growth, promoting not just financial stability, but also prosperity that continues to evolve. The Buddha often spoke of impermanence, the idea that everything is in constant change. Wood, while sturdy, represents this flow of life. It's constantly growing, stretching towards the sky, always changing, always expanding. Just like a wooden rice container, your wealth can continue to grow, evolve, and be nurtured by this positive energy. However, in the same vein, it's important to choose light-colored wood. Light-colored woods symbolize clarity and openness, encouraging positive, harmonious growth. Avoid dark woods, as they can slow down the flow of energy, much like how a heavy storm cloud can block the light of the sun. We've discussed the ideal materials for your rice container, but feng shui goes beyond just the object itself. It's also about creating an environment that nurtures positive energy and harmony in your home. In the same way that we carefully choose our thoughts and actions to align with our values, the things we place around our rice container can either enhance or disrupt the flow of wealth and prosperity. So, let's explore the items you should avoid placing near your rice container to maintain a balanced, harmonious environment. One of the first things to avoid is placing clocks or old calendars near your rice container. Now, clocks represent the passage of time, constantly reminding us of the ticking minutes, hours, and days that slip away. While time is a natural part of life, a broken clock represents stagnation, symbolizing that time has come to a halt. In Buddhist philosophy, time is viewed as an illusion. The Buddha taught that our attachment to time, like any other attachment, creates suffering. We often become trapped in the past or the future, but we lose the power of the present moment. Just like a broken clock, the energy around us can be trapped if we allow our minds to dwell in the past. Old calendars, with their outdated pages, carry the energy of what has already passed. When placed near the rice container, they remind us of what's behind us, preventing the natural flow of abundance into the future. It's like trying to move forward while always looking backward. Your path becomes unclear. The teachings of Lao Tzu echo this: if you are always looking at the past, you miss the beauty of the present moment. When wealth is anchored to the past, it has a hard time growing. Keep the energy fresh and vibrant by removing these items, making space for the prosperity of tomorrow. Next, let's talk about sharp objects such as knives and scissors. Feng Shui teaches that sharp items represent cutting and division. When placed near the rice container, they symbolically sever the connection between your wealth and its ability to grow. It's as if you're cutting off the roots of a tree that needs nurturing in order to flourish. This disruption can block the flow of prosperity, much like a storm uprooting a tree that has not yet taken root. In Buddhism, division and separation are considered sources of suffering, attachment, and aversion. The desire to cling to certain things and reject others create internal conflict and distance us from peace. Similarly, when you place knives or scissors next to your rice container, you are symbolically creating separation, making it harder for your financial energy to stay united and grow in harmony. In life, we are encouraged to embrace unity and oneness. Avoid sharp objects around your wealth and allow your prosperity to grow freely without obstruction. Another common mistake is placing heavy objects on top of the rice container. In feng shui, this is one of the most direct taboos. It symbolizes the suppression of wealth. Just as wealth requires stability and proper placement, it also needs freedom to flow and expand. Wealth, much like energy, cannot thrive under pressure or when it's burdened by unnecessary weight. Buddha taught about the weight of attachment, how the more we cling to material things, the heavier our lives become. When you place heavy objects on top of your rice container, you're symbolically placing a burden on your wealth, preventing it from expanding. It's akin to trying to run with a heavy load. Money may flow in, but it won't stay. The message is clear: wealth needs space. Remove the weight from your financial energy and let it flow freely, bringing long-term prosperity into your life. Finally, we come to old papers, receipts, and bills. These seemingly insignificant items carry the energy of debt and financial depletion. In Buddhism, we are taught to live in the present moment, letting go of the past and not dwelling on future uncertainties. When we hold on to reminders of what we owe or fail to pay, we trap ourselves in the past. Old bills or receipts, when placed near your rice container, invite the energy of lack and financial drain into the space where you store your wealth. This not only creates negative energy but can prevent wealth from circulating freely. As the Buddha said, to be truly free, you must let go of the past. By keeping receipts and bills near the rice container, we hold on to what's already gone, leaving no room for new positive energy to enter. Instead, place these papers in a separate drawer and focus on creating space for abundance. Add something positive, like a feng shui coin or a pinch of salt, to your rice container to attract wealth and stability. Let go of financial worries and invite in the abundance of the present moment. Feng shui teaches us that small changes in our living environment can have profound effects on our lives. The placement of your rice container is just one example of how our surroundings influence our financial and emotional well-being. By following these feng shui principles, you can create a harmonious environment that fosters prosperity, peace, and growth. Remember, every small action counts, and by making these mindful adjustments, you can attract abundance into your life. Thank you for watching. Wishing you all good luck, peace, and prosperity. See you in the next video.